Hey, beautiful people, how y'all doing today? Happy New Year. I came on here one more time, real quick, to do a quick book review and give Miss Monroe her flowers for a book scene. I just finished this book at work today, and it was a scene in this book, friends. The name of this book, y'all, is The Runner's Back, Revers. And it's the Desperados. It's from the Desperados series. I think it's book 9. Y'all, first of all, I am overly obsessed with that series. I am overly obsessed with that series. I love every one of those books times 1,000. Sis, the scene you wrote when he came to the realization of what happened to him. I want to say something about that scene. And I had to Shay, what the hell is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? That scene was so realistic. It was so realistic. It was very, very emotional. It was literally I stopped and I read that scene to my husband because I was in amazement when he realized that, and this is a little bit of a spoiler, that he was drugged. And he realized what had happened to him. He was so vulnerable and he was so broken. And I was like, damn. Damn. One reason I was like that, because I have been in that situation where someone put something in my drink and the next day I could not remember what happened. And then when I remember what happened, it's not a good feeling, right? And he was at that moment, and I was damn. And I read it to my husband, and I was like, damn, can you believe that? And he said, and my husband like, what are you talking about? And I was like, I like his reaction. He said, well, what other way would he react? That's what my husband, he said, that is an accurate reaction. And I was like, he'll do, and I thought about it. The reason I felt the way that I felt is because he was a he and the corporate was a female. You hear about, and I have read thousands of scenes, a lot of scenes with men being violated. But a lot of times it's men violating men. But when it's a woman, we know it happens, but it's not. It doesn't happen every day, like it happens to women. And this masculine, tough man break down like that, and it was a woman that did it. It was different. And it made me cry. And I was pissed off at myself because his reaction was violent. That was a natural reaction to something like that happening to you. But the way I reacted was, I was just amazed at his reaction. And I was like, why would I be? Then I was saying to myself, Shay, why would you be amazed? Why? Because I remember my experience and I acted like that. Just like that. So, and the way you wrote it, I had to stop and Shay, what the fuck is wrong with you? I hope I am explaining this right. I hope I'm explaining it right. And I want to add on to that. I did a book review on another book, and this was years ago. This was before TikTok. And I had said something in the book. A female, a groupie, had did something to a guy. This ain't got nothing to do with this book, y'all. And he was an athlete. And he ended up drugged to where he ended up drugging her to where she ended up saying that she was pregnant by him. Long story short, it got me to thinking. And when you think about real life and how common does that happen, the dudes get a random bottom of the barrel female pregnant. I thought about it. And I thought about it years ago. And it's always some truth. Those guys, they be online. They be online. They be doubling down, tripling down. That's not my baby. I don't know this girl. She's lying. I don't know her like that. I ain't never met this girl. You can, like, they are doubling down. And when it comes out that they are that the child is their child, them dudes be furious. They be furious, and they always have the same reaction. And it got me to damn thinking. It got me to thinking. You mean to tell me these dudes go all the way through high school, go all the way through college, 2 and 3 years into the pros, and all you've been safeguarding yourself all this time, then all of a sudden out of nowhere, the trashiest, most bottom of the barrel female get pregnant by you? And it happens all the time. And I was like, they got to be putting something in them drinks. They got to. And I'm not saying this happens all the time. I'm not saying it happens all the time. But hey, a conspiracy is a conspiracy until it's the truth. Like, and we're not going to sit up here and act like women are not predators. Bro, this book had me and my husband in here in a full-blown damn debate. My husband said, I'm glad you acknowledge it. Because when the men tell you, like, hey, that's not my baby, and I'm not saying everybody like that, but can't nobody tell me that them ballers ain't going into them clubs, having a good time, and some stuff going down, and somebody dropping something somewhere. Because it's too common. It is too common. I'm just saying, you know, a lot of people don't talk about it. I have been by a woman. Like, and I ain't talking about, like, no, you know how some people say stuff. No, I'm talking about an everyday woman that you wouldn't even think that was like that, then cornered me and made passes at me. And then get an attitude when you like, girl, you don't get on with that foolishness? There are women. It's all kind of stories about it. I just want to come on here real quick and give you your flowers. Girl, that book. One more thing. Coming from a conservative, deep South, a Christian family, that is how the Southern Belles treat the plus size girls in the family. Okay, hey, I'm a sucker for a plus size baddie league. Okay, and you came through with the razzle dazzle, sis. Okay, I like to call the plus size baddies like that, razzle dazzle and rhinestones, glitter and fairy dust. Okay, you came through, baby. That sis, yes, I love. When y'all write about the plus size baddies, okay? Sis, if ain't nobody told you that they love you, I love you. So all my good girlies, happy reading.